Okay, it's quite evident we need to talk about Pixel Piece. I'm gonna skip the intro and we're just gonna get straight into this because I actually do have a lot of things I need to say, and hopefully the developers hear this and are able to fix the issues that I'm gonna speak about. Now, Pixel Piece Update 1 recently came out 2 days ago, and the release of Update 1 was very, and I mean very disappointing. Now, I'm not really too upset that it got delayed 2 days. That doesn't really upset me because then again, it's only been a week. It had only been a week since the game released, and releasing the first big update for the game within a week is quite big, is quite good. But at the same time, I did speculate that this wasn't really the move. Now, it was quite obvious that Update 1 wasn't going to release with that much content, just based off the fact that Release didn't release with that much content. And the Pixel Piece developers do have fruits and other things finished for the game, or not finished, but you know, you could say close to finished, that didn't even come out in Update 1. Now, the first issue of Update 1 is the level cap increased and there was no new form of content to help supporting the level cap increase. The level cap increased to level 300, and again, there was no new islands to quest and farm for those 100 levels. Now, if you go to the patch notes, it does say there's a new island, but the new island is actually the Sea Beast Island. And that island, there's nothing there. There's not even a quest in order for you to gain EXP for killing the Sea Beast. Genuinely nothing. It's just a patch of island or a one big rectangle out in the middle of the sea. The Sea Beast spawned there, you defeat it, and on release the Sea Beasts were glitched. They didn't even attack. So you could actually just solo the Sea Beast. It doesn't matter how long it took you because it wouldn't despawn until you kill it. And then they have a 70% chance of dropping a tooth, a Sea Beast tooth, which contributed to the new Sea Beast items. One being a mask. That's it. There's no armor set. It's just a mask. And then the other things being swords, different colored swords. Now, to get those items, you needed 40 to 70 Sea Beast tooth, and they had a 70% chance of dropping. So it's really tedious to go, you know, to do that. I mean, you can use Roblox to spawn the Sea Beast back in instantly after you defeat it, or you can wait 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. Regardless, it's pretty tedious, and I would say kind of unfun, in my opinion at least. But that's not all the problems that came out with it. Update 1 also brought out Fishman Karate. However, Fishman Karate was located on Arlong Island, and when you went to go talk to the NPC, it costed 1 million belly. Now, you had half the player base that were actually using their brain cells and said, oh, they made it 1 million bellies so that players didn't have access to Fishman Karate because it was clearly unfinished. And I kind of agree with that portion of the community because that is not a bug. How can you price something at 1 million belly as a bug? It takes 2 seconds to fix the price point and to patch that. It's patchable within 5 seconds. Go to the back end of the game, change the price, and players could buy it. However, that wasn't the case. And then you had the other half saying it was a bug. A price point of 1 million belly isn't a bug. You guys don't know what a bug is, clearly. But yeah, Fishman Karate was inaccessible, and we're gonna speculate because it wasn't finished. Now, whatever the case may be, that was actually the full extent to the new content for the game. Paw was obviously included, but that's not new content, that's just the fruit. In terms of playable content, it was really just Sea Beast, the Sea Beast armor, and the Sea Beast katana. Not a Sea Beast armor, Sea Beast mask, and the Sea Beast katana, and Fishman Karate. That is all the new progression for Update 1. That is actually only a couple hours of new content, if you can even call it that. That's probably about 30 minutes of new content, minus farming the Sea Beast over and over and over and over again. That's not content, is just bandit beating, essentially, in the nicest way possible. It's the why I can call it bandit beating. Now, obviously, you had the Arlong boss. The Arlong boss was buggy, and he just ran into a wall, and you could essentially infinite combo him to get Kiribachi. Doesn't really matter. Again, you can't really call that content. And the rest of Update 1 was literally just like patch fixes and improvements for mobile. Update 1 had the same amount of content as Update 0.5. Genuinely. So it was really underwhelming. Apart from that, there was a bunch of other bugs that eventually led to the shutdown of the game. Pixel Piece is currently shut down, aka in maintenance. Now, they put up a little paragraph saying that they're sorry for the inconvenience. I'm going to put the screenshot on the screen. Actually, I'm just going to show you guys on the recording. Now, I actually haven't read this, and I'm not going to. You guys can do that for me. But now we're going to get onto the main form of criticism. Whilst you guys are reading this, I want to talk about this. The Pixel Piece developers don't know what they're doing. And the reason I say this is because there is no test server for testers. Now, the Pixel Piece developers and the moderators have already said that the test server does exist, but it's only for developers and testers. But even the testers themselves has said testers don't have permanent access to it. Testers can only go into the test servers when the developers give them access to the test servers, which means testers don't get to test the game and content creators don't get to test the game. Which is why this game keeps coming out with a million bugs, because nobody is testing the content they're pushing forward. And before you guys say, why didn't you guys just ask them to get access to the tester server? Every single content creator has asked for access to the test server. Everyone has asked for it. The testers have asked for permanent access to the test servers. Whoa. That is the answer to you guys' question. Why is Pixel Piece so buggy? Why is it releasing so many bugs? Why did Fishman Karate release with 1 million belly? Because that was a very easy fix to a problem. And the reason why they didn't fix it is because Fishman Karate wasn't working. It wasn't there. And it's quite annoying, it's quite frustrating that I had such high expectations for this game. Now everyone said I overhyped it, and I wouldn't say I overhyped it. I saw the fruits and I got excited because the fruits looked pretty. And you know what? That's my fault. I should have known better than to judge a game off of the fruits. But I didn't want to play the game because I didn't want to ruin the experience for me. And I said that on stream to my AGZ gang members. I didn't want to ruin the experience of the game. If I had progressed through the game when it was in testing, then I wouldn't have got to play the game with my ADZ gang members because I would have knew what the game entailed. Maybe I should have, because I would have been able to find bugs and whatever all the issue is. Pixel Piece is a ticking time bomb. Again, if testers were able to test the game efficiently, they would be able to find all these bugs and stuff. And there's a lot of content that the Pixel Piece developers have that they're not pushing out. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Now, what's the future of Pixel Piece? If they don't fix up, there is no future. Genuinely. I do think Pixel Piece has made a lot of money in the short time it's been out. Even I've bought a majority of the game passes, and you guys know I hate buying Robux. I hate spending my own money to buy Robux because I just don't like it. I don't like investing money in games I don't see potential in, and I thought I had seen potential in this game. So I bought the game passes, bro. So it is quite disappointing especially for me. I spent money on the game just for the game, you know, to just not come to standard, be up to standards. But it is what it is. I don't really regret anything. Pixel Piece was a fun experience within that first 2 days of release. Genuinely, the first 2 days of release were actually quite entertaining. It's unfortunate the game only lasted 2 days for me. Ever since then, I haven't really played the game outside of the 2 streams that I did last week. Obviously, I did play on the initial release, but I didn't play for long. I got off as soon as I realized, if you go back on my stream, it's still up on the live stream. I played the game on release for about an hour, if not an hour and a half, and I got off the game and played other games. You hear what I'm saying? There was no content for update 1, and that is quite tragic that happened. Roblox developers, we need to step it up. That's my rant done. This video is really just a rant video because I'm actually quite shocked that update 1 and the game had to close down. Of how the game was so buggy it closed down. Is in maintenance. That is tragic. Anyways, I'm out.